Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now if you are a regular viewer on the channel, you would know we do a series on the channel called Sunday Buys where we buy crypto every single Sunday with a public portfolio, reviewing price points and what to buy. In episode 1, we started off with 0 and now we're around $10,000 with the final goal of 100k. But we stopped recording every single week as the majority of projects were above their entry points. For example, XDC went from 2 to 3 cents to 5 cents, NXRA 5 to 6 cents to 13 cents, and many more. So instead of recording every single week, we check in every month or so, see what's been bought, how the portfolio has progressed, and what the next steps are. So I would appreciate if you leave a like down below in the video. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so on screen we can see what we've actually bought since the last episode around the 26th of October. So quite a bit more than a month. Obviously, as well, the prices have inflated, so a lot of the price it would have cost to buy an NXRA, for example, would have cost half at the time. So 9,800 NXRA, 7 QNT, 6,100 HBAR, 3,000 WTK, 11,100 DAG, and 15,000 check, which we swapped for API free. Now, I'll explain that later on in the video. Now, onto the actual portfolio, we have $10,000 worth, an all-time profit, up 3.6k. And the question is now, how do we get from 10k to 100k? Because we're not deploying more capital into the market because we're above our entry points. Well, the thing is, you have to have a plan in place because buying is the easy part, but selling, taking profit, and doing it at the right time is the most difficult part. And as we haven't taken any profit, let's go into some profit taking strategies on screen. We can see that the first one is probably the most popular, and I'm doing it in my private portfolio on some coins where there is more risk. Sell initial at a 2x. So after 2x, you sell 50%, you take it out your original investment that you put into the market. It's mainly for peace of mind, and if the crypto prices go back down, you've left with the same amount that you've entered with. Option number 2, we have sell 10% after 5x, 20% after 10x, and so on. This is only really viable with lower market cap cryptos of huge upside potential, as some argue it's relatively easy to get a 5x in current market conditions. Third, a lot of people wait until life-changing gains are on the table, until the unrealized profit would actually make change and difference to their life. That is when they hit the sell button, or if a pullback were to happen, it would seriously devastate their portfolio if they don't have any capital on the side. And number 4, timeline. Is Bitcoin through all-time high? Is Euphoria at an all-time high? Is Coinbase the number 1 download app on the App Store? Just basic top signals. All these are viable. Many more profit-taking strategies available. You can let me know them down below. But I'm going to focus on targets for this portfolio. Motionless decisions based on how much I'm up. Because more often than not, if you do not set them beforehand when the bull run approaches, greed comes into play and you will not end up selling. So targets for this portfolio. Number 1, we have QNT, a solid hold, a blue chip, a crypto giving structure to a portfolio consisting of low cap cryptocurrencies. I'm going to keep it simple and sell 50% at all-time high, nearing $400, a 3.7x up from today's prices, putting the whole investment around $10,700 and the half that we're selling $5,400. And just that half sold is what half of the portfolio is worth right now. Now, selling right there might be too early for some people watching, or it might be too late. But to me, with the goal of 10k to 100k, it makes perfect sense. Now, what I do with that remaining 50% is the tricky part, as a lot of variables come into play. For example, let's just say 6 months from now, QNT did a similar run back from June 2022 to October, a 4 to 5x. If that happened right now, it'd be well through all-time high prices, and I'd probably hold that remaining 50% much longer. Whereas if QNT underperformed the whole bull run, I'd probably sell that 50% a little bit earlier. And now we're on to number 2, NXRA, a completely different kettle of fish because we're nearing all-time high in terms of price and we're lower in terms of market capitalization. I personally plan to sell 50% at 50 cents, a 10x from the entry points of the 5 to 6 cent ranges, and that would give us $6,800. So just in selling half of 2 cryptos, we are over 10k already. And again, with the remaining 50%, I'm going to wait until the first target is hit. A good example is tau. If you asked me straight after I bought my bag, when am I going to sell the bulk of it, I would have said $1,000 because a $1 billion market cap seems so far away. Now, after recent price action, I'm going to sell a lot later. And now on to number 3, we have HBAR, similar to QNT, selling 50% at all-time high, around 50 to 60 cents from the average buys on the portfolio. As you can see, around 5 cents. That is a clean 10x, giving us $5,862. And again, this is what I'm doing. From a risk management standpoint, it would probably make more sense to sell a portion at 5x to cover the original investment, but I'm playing it different as I'm going for a higher goal. And if I lose this amount, it's not going to ruin my life. Now moving on to number 4, we have Check. Very interesting project. Recently shot to 11 cents. When price goes up that quick, it's due for a normal correction, now down to 7 cents. I have full belief this project will be worth $1 in the future. At that point, I will sell the bulk of my bag, probably half, and that'll be worth $7,000. And that only puts Check at a $400 million market cap. This project can go so much further in the future. Now on to WTK. Similar story. I do believe it will reach $1 in the future. And on the way, similar to Check, I will probably take a little bit of profit on the way up. We'll see how the market reacts, how quick these targets are actually hit in the future, but that will be a thing. And at $1, I'll probably sell half as well, which would be worth $10,800. And then last, we have DAG, similar to HBAR, QNT. They're not dino coins, but they had their run back in 2021. And with all of them, I'm selling 50% at all-time high, putting DAG at $2,880. And so in a scenario where everything goes to plan, all these targets are met, the stablecoin part of the portfolio would be worth $38,556. Now I can guarantee none of this will all go to plan. There's going to be projects on this list that exceed my expectations. There's going to be projects on this list that don't do as well as I think. I do not have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen, but having rough targets beforehand is so crucial when euphoria is approaching. And so now that we're not actively buying in the market, we've got our target set. When we want to take profit, what are the next steps for this portfolio? Well, on screen you can see nothing. A big part of when you're not actively buying or actively selling is in the middle, doing absolutely nothing other than checking into the market, seeing how your cryptocurrencies are doing, setting notification bell on prices of cryptocurrency that are near your entry points so you can buy more, near your exit points when you want to take profit, and adding to your stables to move into coins that haven't moved yet, or new coins you want to research and add to your portfolio. A big part is doing nothing. This clip at the end of the video by Raoul Paul explains that perfectly. But based on the video, thank you very much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one.
Again, don't fuck this up. Just be careful. Just buy, hold, have a long-term time horizon, and learn how to take pain. And when there is pain, you buy more. Unless something changes the thesis that suddenly we're all going to turn to Neanderthals and nobody's going to use technology ever again, it is going up. It's as simple as that. And unless something changes that we're not breaking the financial system and that the internet has disappeared, we will go to blockchain technology. It's as simple as that. That's all you need to know. Everything else is just fucking noise.